Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. This is Diane Covington. I want to share something with you. I had kind of an aha yesterday, December 1st. I cannot believe we're already into December. And I talked to a few of my consultants. Some had record-breaking months. Like, they just thought outside the box. A few of them are, have only been in Mary Kay a few months, and they had phenomenal sales. They got people on virtual sessions. They were sending out packets. They sold a lot of product and absolutely blew the doors off their goal. And then I had others that for some reason just didn't not for some reason, but just didn't cross the finish line. And so I had a private conversation with a few of them and said, what was working, like for those who, crushed their goals, what was it that made the difference? What got you to that level? And for the ones that didn't cross the finish line and come close to their goal, my question is, so what was different? And so here I'm going to share with you a few things, and I really hope you take these to heart because I think these will really make a difference. First of all, although I know that with COVID we're doing everything virtually, promise me one thing: don't get away from letting them experience the product and getting them on skincare. Your number one focus every single month is to develop a customer base. It isn't just to sell them something. Not that the watch parties are not amazing, don't get me wrong, and a lot of times on watch parties they'll buy skincare. But you know what, you guys, there's nothing like getting a sample in the mail or on your porch of the Miracle Set or Repair and experiencing the skincare and then trying the charcoal mask or the microderm and falling in love with that, and they can't stop touching their face. And then they wake up in the morning, they're like, I have to have it. So I want to ask you guys to start something in December that I hope you will take into the new year. I want you guys to put up a sheet every single month that has 10 skincare sets on it and 10 faces on one page and 10 faces on the other. And your goal is every month to add 20 customers to your customer base. 10 of them can be anybody who purchases anything. Let's say you've got a watch party or whatever, and the woman buys a charcoal mask. She would go on the sheet that says she is now a customer, right? But the most important sheet is the other one, and that is getting 10 women to start and experience our skincare, whether they are on the Naturally line, the Repair, the 3D, the whichever skincare. Because can you guys imagine if you added 10 skincare customers in a month, 10 in a month, that would be 120 for the year. Your sales would be thousands and thousands of dollars. So the goal is, of course, is to get them on skincare. I had a gal that I facialed on Friday, and she ended up purchasing an eye cream and the gel mask. And although she did get to try everything, she said she didn't need everything. She had other brands. And so then what ended up happening is the weekend went by, and she called me on Monday. And she said, Diane, I have to say, I started using my other products, and my face just doesn't feel like it did the night that I tried that 3D stuff, or she said, whatever the skincare stuff was. She couldn't remember the name. And so I said to her, here's the deal. I don't want you to get stuff you're not going to love and you're not going to use. But if you loved it, and you're going to use it, I can't tell you how amazing our skincare system is. And so she says, I think I want to go ahead and just get the skincare system. So this was in follow-up and calling and checking in. But you guys, can you imagine if you added 10 customers on skincare? So you post these up because Mary Kay used to tell us a tracked number grows. I bet you could ask the average consultant or Mary Kay sales director and say, how many skincare systems did you sell in November? And how many customers that are not on skincare but that are new? Maybe most of us aren't tracking. So I have these up. I give these to the new consultants, but I want to have that for me as well. So one of the things that the consultants who crushed their goals last month shared with me, it was tracking and accountability. Now, some of us react different to accountability. We hear the word accountability, and we think, that's why I'm self-employed. I don't want a boss. I don't want anybody telling me what to do. But let me share with you what the importance of accountability. Accountability is not to tell you what to do. Accountability is exactly what it says, to hold you to the level and standard that you want. So let me ask you a question. Let's say you join a gym and your goal really is within 6 months to have this just absolutely in shape body. Like you want to have your arms buffed, your legs toned, your buns firm. You just want to have this fabulous toned body. And you go into the gym. And maybe you've never used the machines. Maybe you're a bicycle rider, so that's what you do. They're going to suggest that you take a couple lessons with a trainer to learn how to use all the equipment and to show you how to correctly do certain steps so that you can have the toned arms and the toned legs. They don't just let you loose in the room. Now, if you're working with a trainer, they're going to set up an appointment. You have to come in during that time. They're going to ask you to do so many reps. They're going to ask you to do certain things because you have shared with them what you want as the end result. Okay? So you have to know where you want to go. If I just joined the gym and the gym trainer says, well, what do you want? I said, well, I don't know. I just want to be in shape. And they're like, okay, do you want to lose weight? Do you want to get toned? Because if you're trying to tone your arms, we need to use these machines. If you don't care about your arms, then we'll put you on a treadmill. So each thing that you do helps develop a certain area of your body. Well, guess what? Our business is just like that. So if you aren't familiar with something called IPAs, I want you to write that down. IPAs stand for Income Producing Activities. Now, just to give you an idea, have you guys ever had a day, and I'm glad you can't actually answer this in person, but have you ever had a day where your intention was amazing? You had it all figured out what you were going to do, and you were busy all day, maybe even doing Mary Kay stuff all day, but you kind of really didn't get much done. You ever had a day like that? Maybe you spent time unpacking your inventory and organizing things, and then it turned out that that wasn't really what you needed to do. Like you wanted to book a party, but you ended up organizing all your glamour and got it all alphabetized. So what if I could share with you some IPAs, income-producing activities that will absolutely rock your business? Now, there are tracking sheets. If you go into Google Forms or just go to Google Images and type in Mary Kay IPA. I is an income-producing activity. 1 million of them will come up. Now, some of them are more up-to-date because they include virtual stuff. But let me give you an idea of what would be on an IPA sheet. So one IPA might be to conduct a skincare class. Of course, this could be virtual, but there has to be at least 3 people there. So 3 people on Zoom with samples. Or it might be do a facial, which is 1 person or 2 people, okay? Again, with samples, experiencing things. Another one might be do a sharing appointment. So you get somebody, maybe they are on a sharing call with your national, and then you close them or you follow up with them. Another IPA could be having $100 in sales. Could be in a reorder, could be follow-up, could be from your facial, okay? Another IPA might be to get 2 bookings. You book a session with somebody who's going to share it with a friend that is considered a booking. Maybe you attend your success event or your Tuesday Night Live or Monday Night Live, whatever you call your meeting. You attend that. That's an IPA. So these are just an example of what you guys can do that can absolutely impact your income. Because here's what I will tell you. If you're busy, which if you're a mom or you're a wife, you're busy right now. You are dealing with kids. You're a wife. You're a mom. You're lots of things. You're possibly a student. You're possibly working, maybe multiple jobs. You've got a lot going on. So when you work and you're working, you want it to be giving you the biggest impact. So I have to ask myself, whenever you set your goal, you always want to have the end result in mind. So let's say by December 15th, you want to be a Ruby Star consultant, which means you have $2,400 in retail orders for the quarter. And let's say you've got 1,400 in. You're 1,000 retail away. So if your goal is to be at 24 and you're 1,000 wholesale away, that means you need to sell $2,000 in order to order 1,000. So how in the world would you sell $2,000 in the next 2 weeks? Well, that's $1,000 a week. Well, what could we do to create $1,000? That's 5 women buying a set of repair. That could be 3 women buying a set of repair for them and a set of repair for a relative for Christmas. That could be 5 people buying a set of repair, and maybe a few of them also get a miracle set. It could be any combination. If you have any 12 days of faves left, oh my gosh, I wish I could have gotten my hands on 50 of them because I sold 15. I had a couple. My assistant didn't want hers, and I was able to get 2 or 3 from her, so that worked out perfect. We just traded product. But the 12 days of faves, oh my gosh, you guys, if you have any of those, if you don't think that is the greatest gift in the world, I'm not kidding you. That's just an amazing gift. So if you have 6 of those left, that's 600 of your $1,000 goal. So wrap your head around it. You, number one, need to have your end goal in mind. And then say, okay, well, if that's where I want to be by the 15th, then you have to ask yourself, well, where are you today? How much do you have in as of today? And if you're 1,000 short wholesale, then you ask yourself, so what would my activity level need to look like? Even if you weren't sure how to get there, What does my activity level need to be like in order to sell 2,000? Now, this is where you reach out to your director or your national. And you call your director and you say to your director, hey, Melinda, I have a goal. I want to be a Ruby Star. I've got 2 weeks. I know a Ruby Star is 2,400 and I have 1,400 in. Can you help me strategize and brainstorm of how I could create $2,000 in sales over the next 2 weeks? And I guarantee you, Melinda is going to have magical, brilliant ideas. So will Crystal. So will Corinne. Like, we all have ideas and strategies of how we could do that. Maybe you're supporting a nursing home by doing gifts for elderly. Maybe you are doing Secret Santas. Maybe you've got a couple corporate people you know that would buy for their staff. I had one realtor. She sells estates. She sells high-end homes. She bought 4 days of faves, 12 days of faves, 4 sets of them for all 4 of her top administration people, the people that jump through hoops for her all year long. She bought 4. One person bought 4. My chiropractor bought 2, one for him, one for his wife, and one for his 30-year-old daughter. So that's 12 days of faves to 2 people. My financial planner, who's I don't know super well, she's new to me, she bought one for her office manager. So you guys can create anything you want, but the neat thing about an IPA sheet is it holds you accountable. So you look at that. When you look at the IPA sheets, it'll say, if you want part-time income for Mary Kay, not the car, not directorship, not moving up, just little part-time income, you're going to want to do so many IPAs in a typical week. Okay? And then it's going to ask you, okay, so if you want to get a car, though, if you want to, earn a car, like 5 IPAs in a week is if you just are doing the super part-time. So in the next 7 days, you focus on 5 IPAs. If you want to get the car, though, and you want to do Mary Kay more, you want to do at least 10 IPAs a week. If you want the car and you want to become a sales director, you're looking at 15 to 20 IPAs. You get to pick them, and you get to pick the days. So if it's the day that you're home with your child and they're sick, maybe you don't have the ability to be on the phone, but maybe if they are, napping, you could jump on the phone, or you could text, or you could make deliveries, there's all kinds of things that you can do working around your family. So please type in your search, or ask your director if she has a IPA sheet, especially one that has anything on virtual stuff, like if you hold a virtual thing. And nothing against watch parties, you guys, hear my heart, but here's what I find watch parties are. Watch parties to me are the appetizer for the meal. Watch parties gets them to go, wow, Mary Kay's relevant. Or they'll say, wow, I had no idea you guys had charcoal mask. Or, holy cow, that watch party was amazing. I was so impressed. Now you've let them sample the little Girl Scout cookie. Now they want the whole box, right? So once they jump on a watch party with no samples, which is totally fine, and they see what's possible, then you say, I'm doing a project for Mary Kay. I would love to send you a customized personal care sample packet. To say, I've got a personal care sample packet I would love to send you. Would you like to jump on a Zoom session with me? Does that sound like fun? And book her for a one-on-one. And then once she's on a one-on-one with you, once you book her for that, you can get her to invite friends. But you guys, the IPA sheet, I will truly tell you, will hold you accountable. It'll help you look at where are you spending your time? Where are you being effective? Where are you not being effective? So that you're not spending time on things that are not moving you closer to your goal, right? So you guys, thank you for calling in. I'm hoping this information was helpful. An IPA sheet and accountability, your director, trust me, she is your biggest fan. She wants nothing more than your life to be absolutely blessed with sales, confidence, fun, friends, connections, all of that. And the more people you put the product on, the more lives you're going to bless. Thanks, you guys, for calling in. Have an amazing day.